On the third day of what was supposed to be our blissful honeymoon, my husband vanished without a trace, leaving nothing but a hastily scribbled note that read, "I'm sorry." His disappearance shattered me, casting a shadow over what should have been the happiest time of my life. For years, I grappled with the gaping void he left, unable to move on, haunted by questions that had no answers. I immersed myself in work, hoping to drown out the echoes of betrayal and heartache, slowly rebuilding the fragments of my life, always with that lingering sense of unfinished business gnawing at the edges of my sanity. Fast forward 5 years. I landed a promising new position at a thriving tech company, eager to start fresh and leave my past behind. On my first day, I walked into the office, and there he was, sitting behind a sleek desk, looking as if he had stepped out of a dream. Or rather, a nightmare. My husband, the one who disappeared without a word, was now my boss. The room spun as our eyes met, and the air between us crackled with unresolved tension. He had a new name now, a new life, but those eyes were unmistakable, filled with a mix of shock, regret, and something else I dared not name. Our encounters at work were a twisted dance of forced professionalism and simmering emotions. Behind closed doors, he tried to explain, weaving stories of threats, debts, and a past life he had to escape. He claimed he left to protect me, but each word felt like a dagger twisting in old wounds. My mind was a whirlwind of anger and betrayal, but beneath it all, a flicker of the love I once knew threatened to ignite. Colleagues whispered, sensing the undercurrents of our interactions, oblivious to the sordid history that bound us together. In a climactic confrontation, I demanded the truth, and he finally laid bare the tangled web of deceit he'd spun to shield me from the dangerous life he once led. It was a tale of crime and desperation, a life he swore he left behind for good. Yet, the revelation that struck hardest was his admission that he had never stopped loving me, even in his absence. As I stood on the precipice of a decision that could define my future, I grappled with the internal conflict of forgiveness versus self-preservation. The past and present collided, leaving me to choose between rekindling a love that had once burned so brightly and walking away from the man who had shattered my world.